Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jin. So today will be a get ready with me. It's a 2-in-1. So it's a get ready and it's also a get to know me because I realized I haven't posted any get to know me videos. So I'll be answering a bunch of questions that I just googled and just be talking to you guys about me. Questions are not questions that you would like to know about me. Go ahead and comment those questions down below and I will read them and I will make another video about it. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching and let's get the video started. So I have applied my eyebrows off camera. I do have primer on my face. I have moisturizer, ointment, all that good stuff. So now we're going to go in with the base. I'm going to use the NARS concealer, a beauty blender, and a NYX Fix Plus to make my beauty blender a little bit wet. So first question is crush. I guess my crush is Steve, my boyfriend. We have been dating for about almost 4 years now. Who is my current celebrity crush? Before it was the British guy from Kingsman, but yeah, he's starting to seem kind of basic to me, so I'm just like, I want to change it up. That's the thing about crushes, like once someone likes my crush and then like he starts getting all this like attention from other girls, I'm just like, okay, on to the next one. So that's my celebrity crush. I don't know his name though. Is it Tegan? I don't know. Let's see. My middle name, I don't really have one. I used to say my family was too broke to afford a middle name, so I guess I'll use that here too. Let's see. Next, my shoe size. My shoe size is a 6.5. Eye color. My eye color is brown. I do wish sometimes that I had a lighter eye color. Like I have, I think 2 out of 5 of my siblings, including myself, they have like really bright brown eyes, like almost hazel actually. And I was jealous of it before, but now I'm just like, okay, I just gotta embrace what I got, you know? So last time I cried. Ooh, when was the last time I cried? This past few days I've been wanting to cry just because I'm on my time of month. But I think the last time like I really cried was watching a movie. What movie was it? I don't remember. I feel like when I feel like a mental breakdown coming on, I kind of like isolate myself in my bedroom and I put on a really sad movie and I watch it, then I cry it all out, and then I feel better. My biggest fear, I think my biggest fear is not being able to provide for my family, and I think that's where I get like my hard-working mentality from, and that's why I really hate money, because sadly money makes the world go round. The last person I text was one of my best friends, Morel. He was just congratulating me for going to the gym. My favorite sports team, wow. I think my favorite sports team is mostly just like any Bay Area team. Mostly the Sharks, the Warriors, the 49ers, and the Giants. I know like Raiders and the A's and all of that are other Bay Area teams, but I like, those 4 mostly. And then if they're, like out of the series for some reason, I will root for the other Bay Area team because, I gotta represent the Bay Area. Alright, my favorite color? My favorite color is black, maroon, teal, and silver. My best friends. So I have 3 best friends. Let's go from the oldest. So the oldest best friend that I have is Crystal. I've known her since literally elementary. We went to school, elementary all the way to high school. And yeah, I've known her literally my whole life. We didn't really connect as best friends till high school. She tells me that we were best friends in elementary, but I have really bad memories, so I don't remember us being best friends in elementary. But she said we were best friends, so I'm like, okay, I'll trust you. Let's see. The second oldest best friend that I have is Morel. We met at a when I used to wrestle for high school, he was at a wrestling meet. And I met him, and he was like best friends with my boyfriend at that time. So I got to know him, and then he was really nice, and he kind of like opened my mind to like poetry, you know, talking about your feelings. He helped me cope with a lot of things I didn't understand how to cope with. And it was a lot of like a give-take relationship for both of us, because he gave me guy's insight, which I felt like I needed because I was just so boy crazy back in high school. And I gave him girl insight because he was girl crazy back in high school. So there's that. And you know, the last girlfriend that I have, our best friend, and me and Emily have been best friends for maybe 6 to 5 years now. 6 to 5 years, you know, out of high school. Moved to San Jose, and she was my first friend here. And we met through mutual friends. It's basically like her boyfriend and my boyfriend were best friends, and then we kind of just like forced each other to hang out with each other because it was like that group. And then, you know, oddly we became best friends, and it works out, and we're still best friends. Favorite celebrity? I think my favorite celebrity at the moment is Anna Kendrick. She's really cool. I like her vibe. She seems really down to earth, and I wouldn't mind like partying with her. Oh, Chrissy Teigen too. She seems hella cool. Like, I would love to have dinner with Chrissy Teigen and just like pick at her mind and just get her confidence. Like, I really would love that. Oh, Zendaya. I hope I'm saying her name right, but she's awesome too. I would love to meet her. And like, I feel like me and her would connect if we like grabbed drinks and we just like, you know, talked about life. She seems really cool. Ooh, Kiki Palmer seems hella cool too. Like, I would love to go clubbing with that girl. She seems hella nice. I would just love to learn her confidence boost and her like sass, and just like, oh my god, I love her. She just, her clapback for like haters and her videos, like, it can be much for some, but girl, she is a confidence boost that I need sometimes because she is just awesome. Next question is, any scars? I have a scar right here on my elbow. I used to have a big boil there when I was a little kid, and it just scarred up. I have scars here on my wrist when I tried cutting myself back in high school. I really want to get that covered up with some sort of tattoo. I'm not quite sure yet, but I do want to get it covered up because now as I get older, I realized how dramatic and just how toxic my mind was back then. It got to a point where I really did want to kill myself, and I tried, and it's just like, you know, it's really bad. It's nice to look back and be like, okay, you know, I'm stronger now, but it's an ugly scar to remind myself about the past and how weak I was and how I can get that weak again. I don't know. So I really want to cover those scars up. Are you currently happy is a question. I'm alive. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to make my mindset more happy. I think it might just be like the Christmas blues or holiday blues that people call it, because I do get stressed out about not being able to find, you know, the perfect gifts for my friends and family, and then not having money either to pay for it. That really stresses me out. But you know, I should be happy. I have a house over my head, I have food to eat, I have electricity, warm water. I'm humble, but am I happy? Working on it. Trying to be. Do I drink? Yes, I drink. I am trying to go back to cutting beer out of my diet. I kind of broke that over Thanksgiving, so I'm going back on it and taking beer out of the situation. I like wine. I like taking shots. I like drinking. I'm 24, so I like drinking. Last thing I bought. The last thing I bought was food for Steve and I. Last thing I ate. Last thing I ate was a cup of noodles. That was my breakfast. Not the healthiest, but it's all I had because I don't want to wash dishes yet. So that was my breakfast. Day or night? I used to be a night person. I think I still am. I like being up at night. I like the quietness of the night. But I do want to change that to becoming a day person, because I want to start becoming a morning person, because I realize since I'm a night person, I waste so much daylight because I'm sleeping in because I'm tired, you know? So I want to try to become a morning person, so hopefully I can get that shit right. Do you give second chances? I do give second chances. I am a firm believer in second chances because I know people make mistakes and, you know, sometimes they don't mean it. But that's another thing. Fuck me over once, shame on you. Fuck me over twice, shame on me. So that's a saying of mine. Pet peeve, let me see. My pet peeve is people that don't listen. Like if I'm talking to you and I'm looking you dead straight in the eye and you're like on your phone or you know, like, no, I understand like some people like they're so tired and they like if you're looking at someone and then they just go what, like I understand that. But if it's just like, you know, I'm talking to you, I'm trying to tell you a story, I'm trying to give you, you know, my time, and you know you're doing something else or you can't multitask, that's my pet peeve. It's just like, you know what, I'll talk to you when you can listen. Last book I read, the last book I read was called La Rose. It's from Louise, fuck, I forgot her last name. Down story is that, you know, it's two neighbors and they grew up with each other. It's a really small town, and one neighbor was, you know, in his backyard. It's a small town but a lot of land, let's say that. So one neighbor was in his backyard and he finds a deer and he was trying to shoot it for dinner, and he shot and the deer moved and it killed one of the neighbor's son. So you know, there's a lot of grief in it, and for some reason that neighbor that, you know, shot the son said, here, take my son, and gave his little boy to the neighbor. And grief has a weird way of just manipulating the mind, and you know, this little boy was between families, and he was just trying to understand, you know, like he understand that his dad killed his best friend, but they were trying to understand like why he was going to different places, why does he have like two mothers now and all this. It was a crazy book, but it was a really good book, so I recommend it. It's hard to read just because of the certain words that the author uses, but it's a good book. Jealous type. Jealousy is such a tricky thing because if you get jealous and then it can start a fight, and you know, like you're basically fighting over wanting to be loved and you're angry. And if you want to be loved, why wouldn't you just talk to the person and be like, hey, you know, I'm jealous. It's probably just fuming over insecurities and I know I shouldn't be jealous. Talk to me, tell me you love me, you know, just like help me out. And if that person really does love you, I'm sure that person will help you out. So am I a jealous type? I try not to be. But you know, everyone has their insecurities and it kind of just flares up every now and then, you know. And, what is my obsession? My obsession is satisfying my cravings, honestly. And favorite song is Mercy from Duffy. It is so sexy. I love her voice, and it just gets me in a good mood. So begging you for mercy, why won't you release me? So good. Mistake. Whew. There's a lot of mistakes. I think my worst mistake is not being able to walk away from certain stuff. I could have saved myself so much time and so much heartache if I just walked away. But I stayed, and I just thought, you know, like, oh, if I sacrifice myself, this person will see my sacrifice, it'll just be all worth it in the end. And it wasn't. And you know, I was abused, and mentally, physically, spiritually, I was broken. And it was one of my worst mistakes, but it was one of my greatest lessons, and it made me into who I am today. Okay. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm alive, I'm well, I'm breathing, I'm okay. So my zodiac sign, since actually my sister told me that I'm a rising sun Aries and a setting moon Cancer, and throughout my whole life, like I was always, I literally say this, always black or white. I can never find the middle ground, and even up to now, it's really hard for me to find middle ground. And I was always black and white. And it just like, when people tried to explain compromise, it just wouldn't click in my head. And that's when my sister told me, I was, fire and water. It made sense. I'm an Aries, and I'm a Cancer. Fire and water is just, whew, it's a lot. 3 turn-ons. A turn-on for me is someone that can make me laugh. Is patient and has a great smile. Turn offs though. Let me see. What is a turn off for me? Ow, my eyeball. A turn off for me is someone who's super cocky. Another one is someone who like lies out of their mouth for no fucking reason, like a compulsive liar. I hate people like that. It's really a big last turn off. My last turn off is someone who can't be taken seriously. I'm trying to talk to you seriously and you're not listening to me. You think it's all a fucking joke, so go fuck yourself. Another question is, what do I miss? I miss how easy life used to be. Like not being able to pay for bills. I miss my mom's home cooking. I miss being happy. Just like carefree. I haven't been carefree in a while. And I really do miss that. Ever done a prank call? Yes, I have done a prank call. Did I succeed? No, because I got really nervous. The meaning behind my URL. So my URL is Regenda for my YouTube channel. It's basically my real name, Regender. But the duh is just added because I don't know, Regenda sounds cool. My favorite movie is Pitch Perfect. I can watch that all the time. I won't get tired of it. And it just motivates me to sing more because I do like singing. I like karaoke. That's a difference. My relationship with my parents. Ooh, that's a good one. So, back then, my relationship with my parents wasn't so good. Hence why I moved out. I used to be really cool with my dad. I used to think that he was like a really cool parent. He used to sneak me off to parties when it was like late at night. And I would just be like at these parties with him. And I remember like going with him because he said like I had to watch him so he wouldn't drink so much, so he would take me home. And I was just like, yeah, cool, I'll be your bodyguard. But looking at it now, it was really dangerous because he would have to drive us home. Yeah, and I hated my mom. I super duper hated her back then. Like, she was so controlling, and like I was just like, bruh, let me live my life. But she wouldn't let me live my life, and I was just not feeling it. But now, after I moved out and all this good stuff, my relationship with my dad has changed. After I started being like very sexually active with boys, and he started realizing like I'm not a little girl anymore, it just changed. And I don't know if it's not for the better. It went for the worse. I used to hate him, but I mean, now we're civil, and I'm super cool with my mom now. I kind of consider her my best friend, and that's it. Tattoos and piercings. I used to have a bunch of piercings, but they either fell out, or I took them out, or they weren't allowed for, work. I had a lip piercing, I had a nose piercing, I had a belly button piercing. Those obviously all fell out. I only have one tattoo, which is the butterfly on the back of my neck. Don't know if you can see it. It's like right here somewhere. Tattoos I want. Okay, let me tap into that. So, there is a quote from Shakespeare that I really want. It goes like this. Sin from my lips, oh trespass sweetly urge, give me sin again. And I really like it because it just taps into, like how love is so grand, but it can also be a sin. And ghost. I do. I believe in ghosts, I believe in demons, and I believe in a devil because through my life I was raised as a Christian, and I always wonder, if God's so good, Why is there so much evil in the world? And I always thought, you know, if there's such a person who's so godly, so good, there has to be something opposite of it. You know, there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance of good and a balance of evil. So, I have experienced some ghost shit. I have experienced possession. I have experienced demonic auras. I experienced hellhounds. Those are fucking scary. Yeah, I believe in ghosts. They're real. I see them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it.